The studio were just like these 15-second kind of ideas that I figured out basically in the studio, and it's hard to do that with like a lot of people just standing around wondering what they should play. So I just kind of worked it out on my own. It took a little bit longer that way, but for that reason there is no Coconut Records proper, and so I have no band. I didn't conceive it. I didn't even think I'd put it out, let alone ever play it live. So I would now, if you want me to come, I gotta rethink some. I gotta think my new year. Come back. But I gotta get a band. Ringtone is back?
I got it.
Yeah, okay, go.
I had technical difficulties.
Okay, here it is. Oh shit.
Hold on, no.
What if it's not good? What if you don't like it?
I'm gonna play it.
See how many Polaroid pictures you're sending out of that?
Yes.
Hold on. That's not. That's Kanye West.
That was Kanye. That was the good line. You're just gonna find the CDs to hear it. All right. Well, you'll check it out. You'll check it out. It's all right. It's all right. I would rather answer some questions than listen to my own ringtone.
How about In the Red, about, what, 4 rows back?
That's nice. That's it right there, but well, I'm embarrassed. No, it's all right. It's beautiful.
Hello.
Hey.
I just wanted to ask when the first time that you went to India was, and I guess what your impression was when you arrived.
Yeah. Well, the first time I went to India, and 5 weeks of that, the end of those 2 years were spent in India writing. We went there on sort of a reconnaissance writing mission, which was we had about half to 3/4 of the script written, basically written with a bunch of ideas, sort of free-floating of things we knew we wanted, but we weren't sure how they go. And so we went to the temple, we acted out and see how it worked and if lines worked and whatnot. And it was really helpful. We had so many ideas there, and the script really just kind of fell into place in India. And how I felt about it was insane, because mostly what I knew of India at that time was based on like documentary footage I've seen of the Beatles there, and just through George Harrison and stuff like that, and then these Louis Malle, the director Louis Malle made these documentaries. So and photographs, of course, the Taj Mahal and whatnot. But India really, more than any place I've ever visited in my life thus far, becomes three-dimensional. It becomes more than three-dimensional, actually, in a way that you can't expect. Right when you get off the plane, it overwhelms you. It smells amazing, herbs and spices, and there's music and many more people than you can imagine, and there really are cows in the middle of the road, and there are cars flying at you, and monkeys, and I saw a baby elephant in the back of a pickup truck one time on the way to work, and it's totally exotic and totally amazing, and just in a way that I couldn't have even, in my wildest dreams, have brought to life or animated from photos and from movies. It's totally an amazing, amazing place. So, yeah, it was great.
Great. How about right here in the black?
There's a microphone coming.
It's coming.
I was wondering, are all the soundtrack decisions left to a music director as a writer? Do you have any input in that? Are there any ideas you have going into it as you're writing?
Well, we were listening to definitely inspire moments in the movie. Specifically, this soundtrack, I feel like, kind of came together right after we finished writing the movie and before we went to go shoot it. And this soundtrack particularly was completely Wes and Randy Poster, the music supervisor, just kind of collected all these Satyajit Ray scores and put them in the movie. I think Wes was listening to them, not thinking they would be the one in the movie. He just loved the music, and then he just thought, why don't I just put this in the movie, because I love it so much. And they are scores to other Indian films, but he just loved them so much, and they're beautiful. It's really nice because the songs are what we were listening to on the way to work, and at home. And when I see the movie, it wasn't only the soundtrack of the film, but this sounds so cheesy, but the soundtrack to our lives.
Anyway. All right, how about in the second row there?